habit of what you put in your head. It's like your growth is the only limit to your happiness. If you're not happy, you're not growing in some area. And usually it's a place where you're blaming, you're pointing the finger. I don't care if it's government, don't get me wrong. People can be unfair, unjust, that's for sure happens. But you can't control that. You can't make it not happen. What you have to do is become stronger than any of it so you're free. Freedom comes from growth. I know so many people I get the call from, most successful in the world, business person, politician, leader of some sort, economic leader, financial trader, and they call me up, they want me to change something in their business, but I know what they really want. They really want to find fulfillment still. Because success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. But we all know an extraordinary spirit that took his own life just recently. Probably lit up more human beings than almost anybody alive when it comes to humor and joy. He made everybody else feel happy but himself. It's sad. You don't want that to be you. If there's any gift he can give besides his joy, is the evidence of what you don't want to move towards. Nobody in this room is going to move towards that. But we do it at a little level. We die a little bit along the way by giving up what we really desire and believe in. And my goal is to make sure to see if we can make that up. So, and by the way, fulfillment is as unique as our people. Achievement, there's laws. But fulfillment is as unique as art. Art is what one person thinks is beautiful, somebody else can think is ugly, and that's perfectly fine. Have you ever gone to an art museum and you see this big red square and they go, $10 million, you go, you gotta be kidding me. $10 million for that freaking square? I'll draw you a square! But someone else, no, look at the texture, I can taste the flavor, I can taste the paint from here. They have a different way of being fulfilled, right? Have you seen the recent studies they've done? 142 countries asking workers around the world, how would you describe yourself? Fully engaged, partially engaged, disengaged, aggressively disengaged. And guess what they found out? Throw it up there. Around the world, in 142 countries, they found out that 13% of employees worldwide said they were actually engaged in their work. America has the highest engagement of any country in the world, it's 29%. But let's flip that around and say, what does that really mean? It means 71% of people are disengaged at work. In the richest, most powerful, most influential country in the world. It's mind-boggling. Now, if it's only one study, you'd say, oh, it was a partial, but you can see study after study coming up with similar numbers, slightly off, but pretty much the same ratios. Now, here's what's really interesting. Of those 71%, there's a group in there, about 24% of them, that are actively disengaged. You know what that means? That means they hate what they do and they hate you. Now this is pretty important, isn't it? They hate what they do, they hate you, and they will actively work to disempower the organization. Engagement is really the new factor. Being able to be fully engaged. And by the way, in your intimate relationship, how important is engagement? Full engagement in that area is going to determine the level of fulfillment you have or don't have in a relationship, right? The more engaged somebody feels that you are with them, the more energy you have, the more connection you have, the more aliveness you have. So part of what I'd like to kind of experiment with here is kind of discover what creates engagement for real with you, what creates disengagement, because these are huge factors. Because if you understand what they are, your level of performance, your level of results, your level of leadership, your level of joy will change very, very radically. I'll tell you this because I want you to understand, with engagement, you can get anything. If there's that caring, sincerity, mission, passion, is passion something engages you, yes or no? And then disengagement's the opposite, but all of them start with one thing: energy. Energy is the base. How many agree energy is engaging? Say aye. If you want to change something in your life and you are what I call energy poor, low energy, are you going to follow through, yes or no? You love your husband or wife, but you're exhausted. Love you, okay. There is no passion, there is no intimacy without energy, am I right? So now here's the thing, where does energy come from? Does energy come from sleep? Who here has ever slept 8 hours and still been tired as shit? Let me see your hands right here. Okay, so that wasn't it, right? Is it food that gives you energy? Really? Really? Thanksgiving's coming. I know what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna get to Thanksgiving, it's about giving thanks. You're gonna take care of this nurtured body of yours. You're gonna say, no, give me the vegetables, a little this, a little that, right? Now, what do people do at Thanksgiving? What do? Eat everything within reach. And by the way, what happens after? You feel like going for a run? What do you want to do at the end of that meal? Tell me what. Who here has ever fasted for 5, 6, 7 days or more, gone on a fast? Does your energy increase or decrease as you no longer eat? Which one? Increases massively. So if it's not food and it's not sleep, don't get me wrong, those are useful, then what is it? The answer is, it's psychology. It's a mindset. It's a decision inside yourself where you say, I will no longer tolerate low energy in my life because low energy equals shit relationship. That's a technical term. Low energy means low, lousy business. Poor energy means I no longer have the impact on my children. Someone else with greater energy is going to. And if we can find a way to increase our energy, and here's the good news about it, it's psychology and it's movement. Now here's what I want you to understand. If you and I can train ourselves to make our nervous system play at a higher level, and that becomes our standard, then all of a sudden it'll feel effortless. But in the beginning it's like lifting a weight. It feels stupid. It feels like, what is this weird crap? But I'm not into that. I'm not into positive thinking. I'm into results. Who's with me on that? Say I. And every great athlete knows how to put themselves in a state. Every great musician knows how to put themselves in a state. We need to be able to do it. And if you try to do it with your mind, you'll succeed sometimes and you'll fail others. Because your brain is always circulating, can always rationalize something, right? But the body, used effectively, can change it all.
I'll tell you why most people are unhappy. They don't move. Look at our lives today. Most people live in a box, don't they? And then what do? They get up in the morning, have a box cereal breakfast, right? And then they get in their box and they drive. And sure enough, they drive to their box office. They go up a box elevator, they type on a box, they talk on a box, they have a box lunch. Listen, life has got to be about movement. When you move, you're alive. Emotion comes from motion. The more you move, the more you feel. And by the way, the less you move, the less you feel, the less alive you are. If you're totally rigid, totally inflexible, no movement, this is known as death. Right? So if you have emotionally, you're stuck, move. Now that can be a simple, gentle form of exercise, but it's something that's got to happen. Every day you got to move.
There's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have. You have to believe that something different than what has happened for the last 50 million years of history. You have to believe that something different can happen.
That there's nothing on earth as powerful as the human will. Nothing more powerful than that. Matter of fact, the human will is so powerful that God himself does not control it. I want you to remember that. There's one thing that God does not control on earth, and it's the human will. Why? Because the very nature of will implies self-control. God gave you the power of will. Then you got two minds, conscious mind and a subconscious mind. So you got a mind that is always conscious, but then you got a mind beneath that that is not always conscious, but is deeper and more important than your conscious mind. And your conscious mind feeds your subconscious mind information. And the more your conscious mind hears something, it feeds it to the subconscious mind. That is why repetition is dangerous. But the more your conscious mind hears something, it begins to deposit it, or can I use the technical term, it downloads it to your subconscious mind. There are two thinkings. There's a think and there's a heart think. Now the word heart here is a Hebrew word referring to the subconscious mind. Solomon says, you are whatever is in your subconscious mind. Whoever controls your heart controls your life. Whoever can get enough information into your subconscious mind to control you. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, that's the man. So if you want to control the man, all you've got to do is control his heart. And how do you control his heart? First, you work on the conscious mind first, and you keep repeating until the conscious mind deposits it in the heart. Now you're in trouble. That is why some of you are having problems with battles of things you're trying to change. You can't change. Old habits that you were keeping for the last 20 years, and now you want to change, and it's tough to change. If you keep watching pornography, you keep reading dirty books, you keep listening to bad stories or dirty jokes, and if you keep listening, now the first time you see it, it doesn't bother you. But if you keep seeing it, it becomes downloaded. Now once something is downloaded on your hard drive, what happens? Even when you are not conscious of it, it is still running. And all you got to do is press the right button and you see all the pictures in color. The mind is defined as the heart. It determines the future.
ケアパッケージ輸送中。
ケアパッケージだ。いいね。
あ、
誰かいたぞ。クッキー売りじゃなさそうだ。
了解。
やばいやばいやばい。
あそこに誰かいるぞ。距離はある。
あ、やばいってマジ。
シールドチャージ中だ。来い来い来い来い。ジャンプパッドを投げる。
マジだ、来たし。
拡張ライトマガジンを発見。レベル3。トンネルを開ける。
ここにポータルある。ここ。
シールドをリチャージしてる。
あ
ちょっと待って、回復する。リロード中。
ああ、奥ちゃん一発は出てない絶対これ。もう何も痛くね
爆発するぞ。
シールドをリチャージ。
テルミットグレネード。
リロード中。
やばすぎ。
どっかのバカに撃たれてる。
敵の数多いよ。
すぐ近く。私の目の前にいる。別なイベント。
まあ仕方ない。
I'm going to lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. There will not be one brick on the face of the earth that's going to be laid better than this brick that I'm going to lay in this next 10 minutes. And you do that every single day, and soon you have a wall. And I think psychologically, the advantage that gives me over a lot of people that I have been in competition with in different situations is it's difficult to take the first step when you look how big the task is. The task is never huge to me. It's always one brick.
But through that effort,
今回のチャンピオンです。
accept that. How else do you stay on track? We document everything. Know where we are, guys. We must first know where we've been. Plateaus in our current day. Success to break that plateau.
準備はいいんだろうな。さあ、やるぞ。
Put it on the mirror. That's who I'll never be again. That's day one. Say goodbye to him. Record where you've been. When the struggle gets hard, you feel like you're not going anywhere. Go back to that day one. Maybe that's what
いや。
gives you confidence to continue the journey. Record everything, what you eat, your training habits, how you feel.
We didn't grow up with the sense that where we were is where we need to be. We grew up with the sense that
ここでノックダウンシールドを発見。ボーテックを発見。アローを発見。
something great
ラウンド1。リングのカウントダウンが始動。
that
アローを発見。素早く確かな武器だ。
that's great. You did a really good job with that. That's incredible. Congratulations.
ファーストキック、バックパックを発見。レベル1だ。ライトアームを発見。フラットラインを発見。拡張ライトマガジンを発見。拡張ライトマガジンを発見。レベル3だ。
I want you to think about your dream.
俺のだ。ウィングマンをアローを発見。
Think about it and envision it.
これは私の。
マークスマンのスコープがいるな。
And here's what I want to say to you.
なんでもない。
For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream.
ありがとう。
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have
じゃあ
been as
最
you've
悪
been
や
working
マジ
toward
で。
that dream.
バックパックを発見。レベル2だ。
That dream that you're holding in your mind,
これは私の
that it's possible. See, sometimes we can't say, I can do that. But what we can say, that it's possible.
ホップアップを発見。
That
シャ
I
ッ
can
ター
have
キャ
my
ップ。
dream as we run toward it, as we work on it day in and day out.
あと1分でリンクが仕掛ける。
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean, nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees.
そこまで遠くはないが、急いだ方がいいぞ。次のリングの場所が分かった。まっすぐにしよう。
It's gonna hit as hard as right. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
You are going to incur a lot of disappointment. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within
辺
you.
りにアイテムがあるかも。私が調べてみる。
What you'll realize is that you're more powerful than you can ever begin to imagine. What you will realize is that you're greater than your circumstances. That you don't have to go through life being a victim.
報告、ケアパッケージを輸送中です。
ケアパッケージ交換。
Problem of life. Don't be consumed with them. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will.
カバンのあれ戻ってるやろ絶対これ。
I want you to focus on your dreams. I want you to focus on your goals. I want you to focus on your solutions. I want you to focus on green light path.
報告、新しいギルリーダーが生まれています。
新しいキルリーダーの誕生だ。バックパックを発見。レベル2だ。
The other thing is that most people, ladies and gentlemen, they get comfortable. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves, and they end up becoming very cynical about life, and they throw in the towel on themselves, on their families, and on their dreams. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality.
The only thing keeping you from getting what you really want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you don't have it yet. Divorce your story and marry the truth. I'm not talking about a story where you cover your ass. You've got to find a story that's going to empower
注
you
意
to
環境をマー
act.
ク中。
It's hard changing your life. It's not easy. And not only is it important for you to know it's possible for you to choose your future, but it's necessary that you work on yourself, that you develop yourself. It's necessary that you get the energy drainers out of your life. People who don't want anything, people who are not striving, people who are not challenging themselves, people who aren't growing, people who stop dreaming. Because that's what life is about, stretching and challenging, looking for ways that you can begin to improve yourself. The people that are living their dreams are the people that know that if it's going to happen, it's up to them. And they're resolving with themselves, it's not over until I win.
了解。
Now, if you know what you're worth, then you want to get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits. And not pointing fingers.
こっちで拡張スナイパーマガジンを発見。レベル4だ。フェニックスキットを発見。こ こっちにいいものがあるかも。
OK。
It's necessary to know that everybody
標
won't
的を発
see
見。
it, that everybody won't join you, that everybody won't have the vision.
シール
It's
ドをリチャー
necessary
ジ
to
中。
know that
私は死に臆する者。
you're an uncommon breed. You know, you have to know within
周囲環
yourself
境をマーク中。
that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
敵を発見。
You've got resolve within yourself that I can do this.
OK。
That it's hard.
レプリケーター接近中。
It's not over until I win.
私に眼力を恵みたまえ。撃たれている。敵と交戦中。シールドをリチャージ中。周囲環境をマーク中。傷を手当てしている。
敵に狙われてる。
攻撃されている。
ダウンしちまった。
Everybody go through adversity.
シールドをリチャージしない。
It's all about how you take on that adversity. And mentally tough. And I know that I work on my craft.
大丈
And
夫。
うわ最悪やん。下手くそすぎる。
リングは近い。時にも恵まれている。
so how the tell me what the opponent's gonna be when you can't tell me if your opponent's lower ranked tomorrow? Makes no sense to me.
Eddie. Oh,
with ダイナースクラブ。ダイナースクラブカードはプラチナグレードのマスターカードが
Oh my
無料で
gosh.
2枚持ちでポイントもお支払い口座も請求もひとまとめ。他にも100万箇所以上の無料 Wi-Fi や安心の高額決済などさまざまなメリットが2枚揃うと一味違う。ダイナースクラブカードその年会費無料キャンペーンを実施中。
生と死の狭間でこそ生の実感が得られるもの。
勝つしかない。
火薬の二人さんジブチルに解けねえ問題など見たことがねえな。
今回のチャンピオンです。
In the 2008
ここはいい着地点になりそう。オッケー。
今のはわす。了解よ。
戦場はこの下だ。
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
始まりだ。少しシールドをリチャージする。攻撃されている。
ああやばそう。あれ結構遠いね。
エリアをスキャン中。
自分51当てた。
新しいキルリーダーが発生しました。
新しいキルリーダーだ。気をつけて。私たちだけになったわね。撃たれてる。
あーこれやばい。やばい。まあこういうこともあるように。音うるさすぎね、このシーズンパス。
2021年、日本人の平均年収は436年。日本人の平均年収は上がるでしょうか、下がるでしょうか。答えを言う前に、あなたは今こんなことで悩んでいますか。
私が必要なんだ。
続けていて大丈夫なのか。
Based on your experience, what are the top 3 characteristics to have in order to be successful? For these titles, what does success look like? What does it feel like? What are the characteristics?
飛行体オールグリーン。誰でもかかってきな。
Having a mission larger than yourself. You really have to become obsessed with strategies.
私は何も怖くない。あなたも同じことが言える。
Some people get hungry because they got a goal to achieve something, but that's not an end reach. I know that whatever we do is a result of our patterns. It's not us. There's certain patterns.
ここに着地するのがいいと思う。今のは取り消してくれ。準備はいいんだ。こっちへ行ってみよう。今のは取り消してくれ。
And if you think it's you, because you've done a pattern so long, it's going to change yourself. Not to make you survive. So it's all
yeah, for
you gotta be honest with yourself and suffer, and you gotta identify what's your favorite flavor of suffering. Because we all have a favorite flavor. Some people it's worry, some people it's anger, some people it's boredom. Everyone has a different. What's yours? What would be your favorite flavor of suffering, you, my dear? Worry. How about for you, ma'am? Worry. Wow. How about you? Sickness. What about you, ma'am? Male, tell me, what's your deepest fear? Boredom. So I want you to notice, whatever you're going in the pattern of doing, it sucks the life out of you. When you're bored or you're worried or you're angry, you're not there with your kids the way you want to be, or your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. So what you want to do is catch it while it's little. Here's what I say to you. I say, don't be so damn hard on yourself. I know that sounds counter to being an achiever, but when you're beating yourself up, you're sucking out the energy you need to move forward.
カーゴボットを撃った。拡張ライトマガジンを発見。レベル4だ。
それいただくよ。ありがとう。助かる。
R301 を発見。ライトオムを発見。さよなら。
これ敵？味方か。
ここに敵がいる。
中2人多分。うわ見えへん。
シールドをリチャージ。新しいキルリーダーだ。
ダメージを受けちまった。
見事な腕だね。敵はもう立ち上がれない。
ありがとうよ。
残り10。いいのよ。
回復中だ。すぐに終わる。
警告、リング閉鎖中。
リングが縮小中。
回復がいる。
ライトアームを発見。注射器を発見。手当てする。エネルギーアームを発見。
ちょっと待て。回復中だ。
ケアパッケージ輸送中。
ケアパッケージが来る。
ちょっと待て。回復中だ。待て。回復中だ。
標準ストックを発見。レベル2。
保管庫の鍵を手に入れたぜ。
ここにアイテム、医療キットを発見。
ジブラルタル様にやられたことを誇りに思う。保管庫の鍵を手に入れたぜ。
保管庫ここやね確か。遠いな。
ヘルメットを発見。ポップアップを発見。こっちにヒートシールドがあるわ。
ヘルメットを発見。レベル3だ。
どうもありがとう。
新しいキルリーダーが生まれました。
新しいキルリーダー。いいさ。私が求めてるのはもっと上だ。
敵いる国。
ラウンド2、リングのカウントダウンが始動。
遠いよ。
次のリングは遠い。
ここかんこか。
報告、レプリケーターを輸送中です。
ブラザー、レプリケーターが接近中だ。あっちに標的だ。
了解。
なんでそんなとこおるん？
半分が消えた。残りは半分。
保管庫を開けたぜ、ブラザー。ショットガンボルトを発見。レベル3だ。ノックダウンシールドを発見。レベル4だ。
あ、待って、これこっちダメなやつだ。もうラッピー。
助かる。
レザレクションのラッピー。ちょっと待って、これきつく。ウエストのこっちから行かないとどんな感じなんだろう。
リングまで遠いぞ。自分の位置を確認しろ。
何これ。
時間がないってのにリングが遠いぜ。
私の姿はわかるでしょ。見つけてみ
マ
なさい。
ジでこのさジュースうんちみたいな匂いする。最悪。くっそ。レッツゴールー。
あっちに敵よ。
リングは近い。
こ
了解。
近い近い近い近い。
こっちの敵を死に。
敵を発見。
いる、中いるレイス。
標的を発見。あっちに敵だ。
何人おる？
破滅の雨を降らせてやるよ。
ポータル引くか。痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。円入ってないやんけ。マジ。それはミス。やばいって。
バルキリー飛びたけりゃついてこい。エンジン起動。
あれ引っかかりバグなくなってる。レッツゴール。
乗務員がドリンクカートを押して巡回します。お飲み物は無料ではありませんので 財布のご用意をお願いします。
レプリケーターを輸送中。レプリケーターが来るわ。
フェニックスキットを使う。
回復中だ。すぐに終わる。
ここに敵がいる。
コピー。
トンネルを開けるわ。戦いを仕掛ける。移動する。トータル展開。敵に狙われてるわよ。
打撃中。
うわー、これはだるい。これやばくね、俺ここ。いける？よーしよし。見えへんそれマジで。
シールドをリチャージしないと。
撃たれてる。
撃たれてる。
残り45秒。レーザーによってリンク近い。
死ぬ。やばすぎ。
フェニックスキットを使ってる。
どうされといて。
シールドリチャージ中。
別部隊が攻勢を仕掛けてきた。
ここに敵がいる。
近っ。
ダメージを受けちまった。
シールドをチャージしてる。
シールドリチャージ中。
10秒でリンクが閉じる。あと少し。撃たれてる。
シールドをリチャージしてるところだ。敵を発見。
リングが縮小中。
ケアパッケージ輸送中。
ケアパッケージ。
シールドをチャージしてる。
標的を発見。
いや、やばくねこれ、普通にマジで敵の数バグってる。
撃たれてる。
オーマイガー。
シールドをリチャージ中。
よー、こっちは撃たれてる。
こっちよ。
シールドをリチャージしてるとこ
気をつけて。
うわ、バレてる。しかもやばすぎ。
敵に撃たれた。シールドをリチャージ。
シールドリチャージ。
やばいきつすぎ。
シールドをリチャージ。
やばい。あ、もう罪やんこれ。あー、まあアンチエウンかな。ごめん、俺のせいで飛べんかったやんな。すいません。あれは普通に飛ぶべきだってた。
If you allow your disappointments to create these inner conflicts and fears and you let them run wild within you, they're going to suck the energy out you need to go to the next level in your business. You have to discipline your disappointment now. Then if you're in a passionate state, whether you're feeling determined, whether you're feeling committed, whether you feel completely resolved. So learning to change the leader's state, learning how to change your own state. Because, you know, people, one of the silliest questions I get asked is, you're not really that happy, are you? You have bad days, don't you? Of course they have, you know, bad times. But I don't have bad days anymore, and it's not BS. It's because I've trained myself like an athlete to go in these peak states so often that they're just natural for me. It's like building a muscle. So it's not like I'm so smart or I'm just so positive. It's just like, why would I waste my time stressing out? I've decided as soon as I start to feel stressed, I kill that monster while it's little. I don't wait till it's Godzilla eating the city in my life. I stop it right away. I have a 90-second rule. I'll stress for 90 seconds, but stress is not going to solve it. Let me put myself back in a different state. And so the way I do that is I use my body. Because I've done this with athletes for decades, with billionaire businessmen. If you see somebody gets in a slump of some sort, but I've been teaching for years that a radical change in your body instantly changes your biochemistry. 38 years I've taught it. 2 years ago at Harvard, they did a study, scientifically proven what I've been teaching all these decades.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman stand.
Yeah, standing like Wonder Woman or Superman for 2 minutes. Or like you see guys like this, pull back like that for 2 minutes. Literally increases your testosterone in your biochemistry in 2 minutes by 20%. It drops cortisol by 18%, which is the stress hormone, and increases your chance of taking a more risky behavior, which is what's required of you, by 33%. 2 minutes. And when you change your state, your mental and emotional state, you change your performance. Everyone is fulfilled by something different. You can be in love with someone and they can be fulfilled by different things. Two fundamental elements that you really want to be fulfilled. You have to grow, as I said earlier. Progress equals happiness. If you aren't even where you want to be, you're overweight, but you start making progress, you're going to be excited. You're not where you want to be financially, but you make progress, you'll be excited. Same thing in a relationship, it's part of your life. But we make progress and grow so we have something to give.
フォーカスする、こらえて。
正直こっちがタクシーないで。
And so, if you want to overcome, if you want to have a more fulfilling life, you got to see what gets in the way.
誰かいたぞ。クッキー売りじゃなさそうだ。
あ、いたいたいたいたいた。レー
ス開始。ライターも発見。すでにリングの中だ。気晴らしに走り回るかね。
ヘビーアモがいる。
ヘビーアモちょっとサルスピード
これは使える。ボセックを発見。オルタネーターを発見。二連重心で拡張ライトマガジンを発見。レベル2だ。
ヘビーアモがいる。
少し分けてほしい。
Why don't Japanese people speak better English? The answer is obvious. To acquire English proficiency.
ファーストキル、ゲームの始まりだ。こんくらい楽勝だ。
That 2,200-hour number for American diplomats assumes that each hour is spent in the most effective way possible. No different for Japanese speakers.
チャンピオンがやられたわね。空いた玉座を奪いましょう。ヘビーアモを発見。ポップアップを発見。クイックドロー。
Japanese English education tends to lean heavily toward input. English is fundamentally a communication tool. Don't they say Japanese are...
Oh shit.
ウィングマン、ヘビ、拡張ヘビーマガジンを発見。
近くにいる。撃ってるわ。リロード、撃たれてる。
Using a method of knowledge input and practical output training grounded in tested theories of language acquisition, you have the potential to find English speaker. Rise in based on the most efficient and
Let's go, baby.
with a dedicated consultant, optimum scheduling guidance, daily support, over
もう起き上がることはないな。
That is precisely why it works, enabling you to speak English after just 1 year of study. Because you should have the power.
拡張エネルギーマガジンを発見。レベル3だ。
ああ、逃げられたんだある。
あと2ヶ月だけ我慢できませんか？
パスに逃げられた、ごめん。こっちの方行った。
たった2ヶ月で
よし了解。
以上を稼いでしまった。アフィリエイトじゃない。メルカリヤフオク転売でもない。ネットワークビジネスでもない。YouTuber や VTuber でもない。Apex や仮想通貨の
アサルトライフルのスコープがいる。
Uber Eats や代行業でもない。
警告、リング閉鎖中。
リング内有利な位置ね。
そんなビジネスに興味はありませんか？
持ち物偏りすぎじゃね？何これ。
これまで20代から60代までの男女1450名がチャレンジし、たった2ヶ月で平均97万7421円の収入を得てしまったのです。事実、このビジネスにチャレンジした人たちは138万、看護師の仕事もしながら
報告、新しいキルリーダーが確定しました。
新しいキルリーダーね。気をつけて。
敵を確認。近くにいる。
Okay.
OK。
It's a muscle.
何あれ？
I think the most powerful muscles are the invisible
攻
forces.
撃を受けてる。ダウンした。撃たれてる。
Regularly, so it doesn't touch me.
まずいな。
It's not that I'm so great.
ポータル展開。
I
シー
train
ルド
this
リチャージ
mind.
しないと。
These cold punches.
シールドリチャージしない
First
と。
thing I do is jump in that cold punch. Jump in that. I can't remember jump in that thing.
いける。
But I don't
シ
negotiate
ール
with
ドリチャ
myself.
ージ中。
I jump for two reasons. One is the physical health component. There's the immune system and the blood flushes through your whole body. The main reason just the shit with my mind. There's mind and there's soul and spirit. My soul fucking knows. If I say jump, you fucking jump. Water every day? Yes. Does it happen every day of my life? No. And when I find it's not working, I still
Hey!
100% is what I feel, what I experience. And I'm always going to be a victim to someone. Life is too short to suffer. The most important decision of your life is deciding whether you're truly committed to being happy no matter what. Because life is going to throw all kinds of curveballs at all of us. There's the one thing that's in common in this lifetime is extreme stress. All your entire life you live in one of two states: states of suffering or beautiful states of being. Which is, I got a 90-second rule. What I decided is, within 90 seconds, I'd kill it. And all you have to do is stop expecting and start appreciating. You look around and appreciate things outside yourself, the people around you, your friends sitting across here, anything of that nature. And then starting to enjoy something. If you start to learn or grow from that, if you love, which to me is an action, if you love, if you feel grateful, disappears instantly. When you get that all suffering is obsession with self, you can snap out of it. But you have to tell yourself the truth. The only suffering is in your mind. It's because this brain is not designed to make you happy. It's 2 million years old. It's designed to make you survive. Happiness is your job. And happiness is a decision, and it's a daily set of practices. Whatever's coming up, I go, this is the mind. I breathe in my heart. I find something I can appreciate. I become entertained by the experience and go, you know what? I'm gonna live in a beautiful state no matter what. Not everything can I control. And most of said about, they're fleeting anyway, most of them.
了解よ。
戦場はこの下だ。
prayer, a simple prayer. When I walk on any stage, it's usually I'm extremely spiritual, and I believe the force of life is extremely always. All the beliefs you have are supposed to be, all the expectations you have too. But I keep leaving them out. When something happens like this happens, I go, oh, we're the opponent. In every story of a person's life, they have what they want, desire, and they're unaware of. And how do those get developed? Well, what you wanted, you just took action to happen. A, you'd be bored. B, you'd never develop spiritually or your character. And so what happens is opponents show up. And the opponent can be you with yourself. The opponent can be somebody close to you that feels like you do battle with this. Eventually you battle with yourself. I've done battle for 58 years, and I'm doing battle the rest of my life, but I'm doing better because I've done battle so often. It's like, why is LeBron James so good? It's not because he's lucky. I'm just saying he's lucky. I get so thankful about it. Well, Michael Jordan, remember I interviewed him years ago. I said, he said, I don't know.
痛すぎし。あ、後ろにもいたね。
And that means you had to find something that you valued more than your pain. You had to get beyond your pain, or you had to use your pain and say, I'm going to use it to become more. That's what my life's been about.
Life is always happening for us, not to us.
難しいな、このゲーム。
Do you know what makes you happy? And there's one word that'll make you happy. Progress. Progress equals happiness. 80% of success is psychology. It's your mindset, it's your emotion, it's your capacity to overcome your fears and your limitations and just push yourself anyway. See, whatever you focus on, you're gonna feel. Even if it's not true. If you focus on, oh my God, I'm gonna fail, you're gonna feel like a failure, you're not gonna do it. If you focus on, oh my God, I'm gonna touch so many lives. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year, and they underestimate what they can do in a decade. In my case, it's been 4 decades, so you can't.
俺はそこを立ち去ってるし、お前はこの世を去って。
It's insane. But in order to get yourself to do that, you gotta focus on what empowers you, not what disempowers you. I didn't just start out this way. My father and my mother fought like crazy. You know, my dad left.
さあ行こう。楽しい楽しい長距離落下だ。
I wasn't going back in there. And I spent the first night literally on this hilltop, and then it rained, of course. And then the next day I slept in the laundry room of a friend of mine. And I had my little and I took one bus, was really cheap, to a place called Claremont, California. And I went to this bookstore because I thought I got to feed my mind. You see, fear is automatic. It goes into us. Again, it's this 2-year-old brain that's always looking for what's wrong.
拡張ライトマガジンを発見。レベル3だ。シークシールド発見。レベル3だ。R301 を発見。
Magic of bleeding.
俺に取っといてくれ。
And I read this book under cover, and I got a condition.
新しいキルリーダーがアクティブだね。
Incantation.
進化シールドを発見。レベル3だ。
It's not affirmation. People, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, and your brain goes,
スコー
yes,
プを発
I'm
見。
happy.
近距離用だ。
Using your whole nervous system every day and everywhere, getting stronger and stronger. And I would do stronger and stronger, happy and happier. More and more grateful. I would do this for hours while I went on miles of walking. And I would literally just do it over and over and over again until there was so much certainty in my body. There was more certainty than the fear.
おい、ヒロイ、誰か陣地に侵入してきた。
Repetition is the mother of skill. In other words,
ポッ
repetition is
プアップ
the
を
mother
発見。
of mastery.
シャッターキャップ。拡張ライトマガジンを発見。レベル4だ。
There's something really kind of understand it. You can have an emotion you're really excited about. You do it multiple times, it becomes a part
拡
of you.
張ライトマガジンを発見。レベル3だ。
I've learned that what makes somebody absolutely extraordinary is what you don't see them do. If you look at LeBron James, who just dominates the court, right? Or you look at somebody like Steph Curry, I've had the privilege to get to know and work with. These guys, Steph doesn't make those half-court shots by randomness. But Michael Jordan didn't become Michael Jordan by randomness. Because even during the offseason, he worked out 5 days a week. He made sure he shot at least 1,500 shots. You gotta make at least 500 of them. I always tell people, if you see
起こしてる今。
People say to me, I'll do this when I feel ready.
シールドをチャージ中。
I'll do this when
よ
I
っし
feel
ゃ、
strong.
その調子だ。
I'll do this when I
シー
feel
ルド
more
リチャー
comfortable.
ジ中。
リング閉鎖まで
If
あ
I
と
waited
10
to
秒。
do things until I was comfortable, I wouldn't do shit. See, don't judge yourself too soon, my friends.
シールドをチャージ中。
Get in the game.
シールドリチャージ中。
閉鎖が始まっています。
Focus on what counts.
リングが動いてる。
Grateful.
スコープを発見。中距離用だ。
標的を確認。
And
体力を回復。
攻撃を食らってる。
シールドをチャージしないと。うまっ。マジでちょっと混乱してる。
listen, wait, sword. Someone
ケアパック効果。大丈夫。
ダウンした。
mentally and emotionally.
成功。
敵がいたぞ。
Being physical.
敵に撃たれてる。リロード中だ。
And hearing the stories of your success. Love you all. Live strong.
いや、テル
With
ミットぐらい
passion.
の強いの使い方に。
God bless.
医療キットを発見。
いいね、レベル高い。レベル高い。レベル高い。ああ、そうだ、もうこれ使ってるんだって思い出した。
敵を殲滅して勝利をつかむ。
いや、もう使うもんないよ、こんな。
リングは。
It's because I can feel very peak states in life, but I can go so deep that I don't see a way out.
Yes.
And I'm looking for a way to get out of my body or to hit myself or to... I can explain that deep and I don't find a way out.
What makes you hate yourself?
イエーイ。
戦いの場は私が決める。
Are you sure? Because they're fucking red.
お疲れ様。これが。
You smile like that too much, you'll want to stick around. You've been so hard on yourself.
From
I
Java.
love that you have such high standards. But those aren't high standards, that's called perfection. And most people overestimate what they can do in a year. And they underestimate what they can do in...
やばいやばいやばい。
リロード中。
フォークフォーク。
指一本も振るさせないぜ。
回復中。でも警戒はしてる。
ラウンド1リングのカウントダウンが始動。
手当てする。
はい、福田、すぐに終わる。
エリアをスキャン中。
What is a single force?
報告ファーストキル発生。
ファーストキル。
There was one gift
R を探してる。
あっちに敵だ。
新しいキルリーダーが確定しました。
気をつけろ。新たなキルリーダーだ。
We all have this one singular individual that can change anything in our life, regardless of what's happened to us. And I know you know
ハボックを発見。
the answer is the power of
ポ
choice.
ップアップを発見。アンビルレシーバー
What we have in this world is we can't control the events.
R301 を発見。
We choose what to do. We can choose what to do. Whenever you believe
ヘルメットを
G7 スカウトを発見。
エリアをスキャン中。
進化シールド拡張エネルギーマガジンを見つけた。レベル4ね。
I've lost this
俺は欲しい。
I've lost the time or I've lost the money. I'll never have love again. I'll never be
Energy
welcome.
ammo
I'll never
発見。
be free. Once you believe that shit, it's true because you won't initiate, you won't solve it, you won't create it. When those things happen and then you suffer, it puts you in a mode where you really the me. That's the something. I want to say, I'm really worried about my
拡張エ
children.
ネルギーマガジン
I'm really stressed.
レベル
Something
4
that our children know. Listen to
待って。
アローを発見したぜ。
こんなにエネアモタルあるならどうしよう。
誰かに狙われてる。間違いないわ。
周囲環境をマーク。標的を発見。
了解。
But you're busy beating yourself up, feeling
了
bad,
解
thinking the worst case
あと
scenario.
1分でリングが縮小するぞ。
戦闘中。
一人ダウン。
敵がいる。
頭には指一本。
行きましょう。敵をダウン。シールドをリチャージ中。
ここに敵がいる。シールドをリチャージ中。
敵を倒した。
残り30秒。リングは近い。自然の力を召喚する。周囲環境、敵が近くにいる。治療中だ。
She grew that business 30%.
手当てする。了解よ。
主審が眼力をあっちに敵がいる。
残り10秒。リングが近くてよかった。
敵発見。リロード中だ。
警告リング閉鎖中。
近くに狙撃手がいるかも。リングが
私に眼力を恵みたまえ。敵確認。
了解よ。
Gender, all that matters in the world we live in today, outside your belief systems,
主審が眼力を与えた。敵を発見。
have intrinsic value.
了解。
You're not doing it to be worthwhile.
了解よ。
If you want to be worthwhile financially, you have to add value. You have to develop skills and abilities and do more for others than anybody else does.
あっちに標的だ。
報告ケアパッケージを輸送中です。
ケアパッケージ効果神の恵みだ。バックパックがいる。
ヘビーアモを発見。バックパックを発見。レベル1。拡張ヘビーマガジン。レベル3。
周囲環境をマーク中。
ありがとう。
ヘビーアモを発見。ヘビーアモを発見。
バックパックを発見。
進化シールドを発見。レベル3だ。これは使える。
バックパックを発見。レベル1だ。
私のものだ。
助かる。
今のは忘れて。周囲環境をマーク中。
オクタンツアクタンツ44。
スコープを発見。中距離用だ。
Love is everything. You know, you're all expressions of love. I always tell people, other than love, my labor is the greatest gift I can give someone because it's an expression of my love. And so I think that third point is love is everything. Make sure every single day you strive to be a blessing in the lives of
エリアをスキャン中。
拡張ヘビーマガジンを発見。レベル4だ。
よし、これは使える。
報告。新しいキルリーダーが生まれました。
ありがとう。拡張ヘビーマガジンを発見。レベル3。
おいみんな、新しいキルリーダーだ。
報告。新しいキルリーダーが生まれました。
でショットガン普通にあるやん、ここに。
気をつけて。敵発見。
次のリングをスキャン中。マップを確認しろ。
了解。
逃亡。
半分が消えた。残りは半分。
だからこれレース先に行ってもらわないといけない。そうだ。
ラウンド2。リングのカウントダウンが始動。
次のリングは近くない。マップを確認しろ。
レプリケーターを輸送中。
レプリケーター接近中。
傷を手当てしている。
チャンピオン撃破。
チャンピオンが倒れた。
なんでそっち行ったんこいつわけわかんない。
周囲環境をマーク中。
ヘビーアモを発見。
いるいる。
これは私。
撃たれてる。
やばすぎ俺。
縮 ールドをリチャージしてるところだ。
アークスターを投げる。
残り45秒。了解。
I don't believe that you can do
あっちに標的。
私に眼力を恵みたまえ。
where profit is your sole objective.
レース前にってる。
残り30秒。リングは近い。
これ上取られたね。
敵が近い。周囲環境をマーク中。
一人割れかけ。
エリアをスキャン中。
一人割った。ナイスワン。
敵がだ。
あっちに敵がいる。
いたいたいた。俺これ自分も食らう。
あっちに敵だ。
もみしよすぎるけど大丈夫。
リロード中だ。敵を
攻撃されている。
Values, guiding principles.
少しシールドを。
あとドーム10秒10秒。
射撃開始。
標的を発見。
あっちに敵よ。
周囲環境をマーク中。
近くに狙撃手がいるかも。
え、なんかアーマー切れて、やばいやばいやばい。
戦況が劣勢に。複数の部隊に攻撃されている。
なんかドーム消えてるけど。
させられたわ。
シールドをリチャージ中。
オーマイガー。
治療中だ。
俺たちだけだぜブラザー。
地獄すぎんの。
エリアをスキャン中。敵と撃たれている。
いやそれカバーいけねえよ。
ダウンしてしまった。
オーマイガー。
報告。レプリケーターを輸送中です。
レプリケーターが空から落ちてくるぜ。
標的を確認。
オーマイガー。うわちょっと間に合わなかった。うわは？敵の数バグ。
And instilled in me from the earliest of age.
これは早い段階で取れるって分かってたらよかったの俺がいた家に。そしたらみんなそこ入れて。
When I grew up, there was no public library, so we had a bookmobile. And every Wednesday, she would take me by the hand, and we'd go get a book at the bookmobile, read the book for the week, and then return it. And then one day, I thought we were going to the bookmobile, take me by the hand, and we get on a bus. I don't know where we're going. And get off the bus is probably a half-hour bus ride, and then we're walking. She's holding my hand, and then we get to a large, large crowd. And unbeknownst to me, I can't see over the crowd, but I hear the voice of a young man who is the senator of Massachusetts running for president, and it was John F. Kennedy. My mother had this unusual relationship, intimate relationship from afar with John F. Kennedy, as if he was speaking to her. And she believed in her bones